Today, I come to you all after having a really awkward sales coaching experience. You all already know, I believe, as a consultant, you still need a coach, you still need mentors, you need advisors. And I recently had an exchange, an interaction with a pretty well-known sales coach, but I don't believe in downing anybody's brand. Everybody gets to have a bad day. But today I wanted to talk about why your brand is not selling and some of the things that happened in that call that I think we as women who are experts probably do and we don't realize it. So I'm going to tell you about the four things that I have seen women who are experts do that disrupts the progression that is really not helpful to you building your overall brand. The one thing that I recommend you do in ChatGPT, and the one question that I always ask anytime someone says, "Hey, Sybil, will you work with me?" So before I jump in, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Hello, if you are new to my channel, my name is Sybil and I help experts like you brand the invisible. I am on a mission to help 1 million experts around the globe, female founders, figure out how to message and market their service-based businesses so that they can do more of what they love, earning the income they know they deserve. Today, I'm talking about these four things that I see so many female founders do. The one thing you need to be doing in ChatGPT and the one question you need to ask yourself. So I get it. We are all in business. We all need to come to terms with the fact that we are in sales. It always baffles me when I'm working with a female founder and I'm like, so, how do you feel about being in sales? And they're like, oh, no, I'm not in sales. I just own a business. And I'm just like, you're in sales. We're all in sales, but you very specifically, if you are in business, you are in sales. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news today. Sis, you're in sales. So leap over that mental hurdle. And then let's talk about these four things that are probably stalling your personal brand or your business from growing. And I liken it to this conversation that I had, like I said, it was last week. I was on a call with a potential sales coach because I do believe as experts, there are things we need to invest in. So if you are an expert and you have not invested in learning how to sell, unless your expertise is in sales, that is the number one thing that I'm going to tell you to go do right now. Learn the art, the science, and the psychology of selling. Now, this is not the how to sell video. I tell people all the time, I am not a sales coach. I am a brand marketing specialist. I'm a brand positioning expert. That is what I do. Branding is not sales. You want to see that video, go check out the other one. But please learn how to sell. So I am on this call with this lady, and I could tell that there are a lot of things going on with her. So she works for this big name coaching company, and she broke all of the golden rules that would lead to you do not get a sale. And when I thought about all of the things that were going wrong on the call, I was like, how do I help other women, my audience, you ladies, to make sure that this does not become your story, either on the receiving end, because I left that call very traumatized, or on the other side of the call, where you could tell she felt like she lost the sale almost immediately. Now, if that is you and you can hear the point in the call where you've lost that sale, then put in the comments below. We've all experienced it in our sales career, in our entrepreneurial journey, but I digress. So we're going through the call and it's growingly uncomfortable. And then I realized this first thing. She's an expert at what she does, but she has not mastered what she is now called to do. And I say that to all of my experts because so often we're really good experts, but we haven't mastered the skill that we are actually selling, that highest value skill set. So I think about the career evolution that I had from transitioning out of HR into branding for female founders. And while a large part of my career was focused on PR and branding and messaging for organizations, I was an expert at doing that, but I had not yet mastered how to apply this expertise that I have built for, 15 years into a viable business. And I felt very insecure about that at first because I was like, but wait a minute, I'm an expert. I'm good at this. Everybody should want me. Well, no, that's just not true because I had not mastered the application of my expertise. And so that is rule number one, master the application of your expertise. It is not enough for you to be an expert. It was not enough for me to be an expert. When you master your expertise, that means you position yourself to not only teach other people how to do it, but also to create systems so that the outcomes that you are promising can be replicated, streamlined, and expanded over time. So that is step one. Once you pinpoint your expertise that you intend to monetize and sell, and if you have not yet checked out my video series on building an elite brand message, go watch that first. That is exactly the steps that I do, the steps that I take all of my clients through when they need clarity to get to that one thing. Go watch that, come back and say, okay, now that I have my one thing, what do I then need to master? Once you get to mastery level within your area of expertise, you will begin to attract the clients who need that mastery. People are looking for very specific solutions, and you can provide it once you master it. And mastery doesn't always mean going back to school. I did not necessarily go back to school to master this. What did I start doing? I started doing pro bono work. I started reading books on brand strategy, like as a whole. I started taking mini courses on marketing so that I could tie in the experience to the ROI that I know my clients want and need from me. And as I continue to expand my brand, I'll do that as well. So that's the first thing that might be killing your brand and killing your personal brand. The second one is FOMO. If you don't know what FOMO is, that is fear of missing out. Now, recently, I'm gonna table the very uncomfortable sales call that I had, but recently I was on a call with a relatively new client, and she and I were walking through some of the challenges that she was having. And she said, Sybil, I just can't give anything up. And I could sense the fear of thinking that giving something up equated to giving up. And those two things are not the same. Giving up something so you can do more of the other thing does not mean you're giving up. It doesn't mean you're giving up parts of you or who you are or how you can serve. And one of the things that I recommended to her that I recommend to you as well is figure out that thing you want to get compensated for, and figure out that hobby that you enjoy, and then figure out that thing that is going to serve you, because each one of those will help you be a better business leader. And I don't hear anybody really talking about that part. And I came to this discovery when I realized that I hated selling cakes. Like, I love baking, but anytime somebody asked me to please bake them a cake, I would get really frustrated because I'm like, I don't want to sell a cake to you. I just want to gift it. And so in that moment, I had to make a pivotal decision. And this is why I say every entrepreneur is probably a serial entrepreneur, but I had to pivot out the bakery space, even though I had a really great bakery. It was flourishing, it was all the things. I was more passionate about helping other people build their businesses than I was about baking. And so, if given the choice, if given the opportunity to decide, I would always pick, here's how I built my bakery, and here's how you can build within your skill set. So if you have FOMO, fear of missing out, I want to encourage you that just because you are not getting compensated for something does not mean you stop doing the thing. I still bake during the holiday time. If y'all want to swing through North Carolina, I have all the confections. What I'm not going to do is baked on demand. What I am not going to do is charge somebody because that is my gift to the world. And when I started thinking about it differently and in that way, I thought to myself, all right, so I'm getting compensated for my good works and helping other women build, scale, and grow their businesses strategically. I get to gift the world the pastry arts, if you will. And then I have my hobby, which is sewing. And I'm like, I will never make clothes for anyone but myself. And I love making clothes for myself, but it belongs to me. And that helps me put a protective barrier around something that is only mine, uniquely mine. And it helps me protect my personal brand and my voice. Now, of course, the flip side of that, the bonus is because I sew, when I find a creation that I love that I've just kind of whipped up, I then get to say, yep, I made this. What do you all think? But outside of that, it belongs to me. It's not out there for display. It's not on showcase. It is that thing that I do to protect me, to keep my mind in the creative space, and it's mine. So no, don't ask Sybil, will you make this thing on mass? Because it's a no. I made, right? I didn't make this shirt, but like I made this shirt, I made this jacket. It's mine. So I want to invite each of you all to think, what's that thing, that area of expertise that you don't mind mastering, that you will want to get compensated for, that you deserve to get compensated for? What is that thing you believe you should gift to the world? And then what's that thing that you're going to protect because it is core to who you are? Picking a niche does not mean compromising. It means this is that thing that someone else needs from me, and it is a service I am willing to provide. So that is the second thing that I see experts do, is that whole FOMO, that indecision. Make a decision, stick with it, and guess what? If it's not the right decision, you get to change. So third on my list, which is similar to the FOMO, is people pleasing. People pleasing. Now I'm gonna go back to that sales call, that very painful sales call. She was trying to people please me. She was telling me yes to everything. And if you're going to survive in building your brand and building your business, you cannot say yes to everything. You cannot allow your customers to set your rates for you. If you say my price is this, and they say, well, I can only pay this, you are going to have to stand firm and start negotiating. But so often we don't want to negotiate because we're afraid of a no. But here's the thing. You finish negotiating and they still say no, it's still a no. You may as well stick to your price and get a quick no instead of, this trickle down process and the person still says, well, maybe, and hems and haws. And now you've wasted time, which you cannot get back, and you have not earned their business. So people pleasing, if I could call out one of the 7 deadly sins in business, especially service-based business, especially service-based business for people who are passionate about serving, that would be like one of the 7 deadly sins. But it's number 3 on my list for a very good reason. Getting clear about how you are going to serve will help you stop people pleasing. It will help you understand how you can best serve people so that you can consistently serve with the exact same energy and stamina, that first person, as you do that 100th person. So that is number 3. She tried to people please me, and and here's the other thing that people don't think about, the more she tried to people please me, the less interested I was, because it felt like she was begging me to sign up for this program that she was representing. And all I could think was, does your boss know that you were doing this? Because if so, there's a whole nother layer of conversation that might need to happen. So y'all, stay away from people pleasing. It is destroying your brand. It's and it's destroying your business. The fourth thing, and I saved this for fourth because one of the things that I realized early on in my business and early on in my career as well is Women often don't ask this question. We give all of the decision-making power over to the other person. I don't know if it's because we want to absolve ourselves from the responsibility, or I don't know what it is. But even as a rookie salesperson, and I'm still growing, I've been in sales on and off for about 10 years, but even as a rookie salesperson, we are always trained to say, I don't know if this is a good fit, but, right? Raise your hand, put it in the chat if you maybe thumbed through a sales bug, or you caught a whiff of somebody saying that, oh, I don't know if this is a good fit, but you need to be asking yourself that question while you're asking the person on the other end that question, right? So here's how it looks in context. I am saying to this person on the other end of the call, on the other end of the Zoom, on the other side of the table, I'm saying, hey, I don't know if this is a good fit for you, but I'm also asking myself that question about that client. I don't know if this client is a good fit for me, but do you see? Because now I get to do the choosing. I get to decide, is this somebody I see me serving in the short or long term? Every single woman that comes into my sphere, they say, hey, Sybil, what does this look like? I said, this is a lifetime partnership. Now, whether or not you're compensating me for 1 to 10 months a year, once a client, always a client is my brand. That means I am signing up for a lifetime of being in relationship with you. And that's a weight that I carry, not a bad weight, but that is a part of weighing whether or not this is someone I want to be in partnership with. And if at any time during that sales conversation, during that negotiation, I hesitate, I see the red flags, y'all, I told y'all I had something for you. I have my anti-buyer persona. I'm gonna pull it out. And here it is. What does it say? Not ideal. The anti-coach profile. And I named her. She has a name, she has a persona, because see, we always focus on the ideal client persona. Grab y'all one of these. If you want my download, you let me know. You put in the comments below if you want this anti-buyer persona. But seriously, here's some of the things that are anti to what I believe in. Number one, I will no longer serve women who are not believers. Now, I'm not going to tell you who or what or how to believe, but I very firmly plant my feet on, I am a Christian. I go to church every Sunday. If you don't want me to talk about God in the process, I'm not for you, which means you're also not for me. So, right, that automatically rules out atheists. No offense to the atheist population. I'm sure I'll be getting some hate comments or whatever. No offense, right? I'm just not happen to be the person for you, and that's okay too. People who don't function with immediacy. I work with women who believe in taking action because they know that they need something that they don't themselves possess, but I can pull it on out of them, right? Women who said, you know what, I'm ready to start in the next week or so. I know I need this help and I need this help now. If you don't have any immediacy, I'm probably not the person for you. Can we still exchange pleasantries? Yes. Can you consume all of the content on the YouTube or the LinkedIn or the newsletter? Absolutely. I'll be here when you're ready. But in terms of the today, immediacy. So that means if you are not, if you have, I rated them a 0, by the way. If you have 0 immediacy, I cannot help you because I don't know what you're chasing after. I don't know what you want. I don't know what your desires are. People who are unclear about their dreams or vision are also on the not ideal profile. And so I went through list by list. And while I am also going through my process, my discovery call process, I'm also going through this. And if you got any of these little red flags, it's just like going on a date. Ooh, you a red, ooh, that's a red, ooh. And then I got to clutch my pearls. And then I maintain balance and control within the sales conversation to say, hey, I don't think we're a good fit, but I can then say, Here's some resources for you. Here's someone else who might be a better fit for you. I become a better referral partner once I get really clear about who is anti to the work that I do. So that is my tip for you all. Like I said, build your anti-buyer persona and get to work on making sure you do not attract those people. As a matter of fact, it's very rare that I attract this woman because it's a girl, right? Like it's a female, it's a woman. Men need not apply. But outside of that, I had to get really clear about the types of women that I would not be able to serve in the season. Might it change over time? Yes. But for today, right? If you have zero immediacy, if you don't have a vision for your life, if you're doing this work because you are self-serving and you don't care about other people, this ain't it. Not it. I do not volunteer as tribute. Now, the last thing that I want to share with you all, because I wanted to make sure that you go through this process. So the question you want to ask yourself is, are you a good fit for me? And if your gut says, no, this person's not a good fit for you, don't even worry about it. The universe, God, is going to send you some ideal clients. And one of the worst things you could do is take a not ideal client while waiting for an ideal client. And I get it. I remember the days because people think, oh my gosh, Sybil, you arrived, you this, you that. Y'all, I remember the day someone asked me, would I charge about 25% of my rate? And I remember the mortgage is due, the light bill is past due, all of the things are happening. And I told that person, no, these are my prices. And that was the pivotal, oh crap, I am an entrepreneur moment when I realized I was not going to compromise the quality of my service nor devalue myself by offering my services at 25% of what I would charge everyone else. And quite frankly, that's not fair to the people who are already paying 100% of the price, gladly paying it. So I remember those days and I get it. Have the discipline to say no, even if you feel like you have to say yes. There is a mindset, there's a discipline that has to happen, there's an endurance that has to happen before you get to a place where you can say, you know what? I appreciate that that's your offer at this time. We are not good anti people tried to change my rates. We're not a good fit right now. Please enjoy, and I had this conversation, please enjoy all of the complimentary resources. Please continue to attend my webinars. Please continue to watch my YouTube. And when you are ready, when you are better positioned, I will gladly support you in your journey if I am still available. Painful yet freeing. Painful conversation because I'm like, okay, God, I still gotta do all the things. The bills are due. And I had a piece about that conversation. So get to that place where you no longer fear not only saying no, but being told no. So I told y'all I had a bonus exercise, and this is one of these things that my mentor had me do, and I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate it into the work that I do with some of my clients. And I tweaked it a little bit, so I'm gonna snatch it, mold it, and put it out here. But one of the things that I recommend to everyone do, of course, is keep a brag book. So when you start having these one-on-one conversations with people, number one, you should always be recording your conversations with your clients, and always watch them back. I talk to so many experts who do not watch back the thing that they recorded. I'm like, you have to force yourself to watch how you're interacting, the eye contact, where people get confused in your conversation, that sort of thing. So watch that back. But second, grab your brag book, grab the testimonials from out those active calls, put it in ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT to analyze the tone, the outcomes, and the experiences, the emotions that are expressed. If you get to doing that, because right, I'm a solutions person, and said these are the 4 things that are probably ruining your brand. Here's one really powerful thing you can start doing right now. Take all of those testimonials, ask ChatGPT to synthesize or analyze the things, the intent, the messaging behind it, and you will hear what your highest value skill set is. And that will help you start rebuilding and protecting the brand that you are already known for. And caveat, if you don't like any of those things, it's time for you to make a change in your business anyway. So I hope you all enjoyed this session. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I gotta get in the habit of saying, like, don't forget to check out those other videos. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I love comments below. I read all the comments. And I will see you all on the other side. Till next time, y'all already know you need to go ahead and be the one. Oh, by the way, do y'all like my new virtual studio? What are we thinking? I switched it from the green couch. I love the black and white motif. I'm gonna keep tweaking. Got my leopard print up there with my power paint. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments below, because y'all know I'm a whole brand, I'm a whole experience, but so are you. Bye for now.